Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to play with some new makeup. I have a new product here from Makeup by Mario. It's called the Soft Sculpt Bronzing Serum. I also have the new Dior Pink Lilac Blush. I have a new lip gloss from Armani Beauty, and we're going to use one of the new single eyeshadows from Chanel. So that is today's video, but before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. For the eyeshadow, I'm going to use the new Talpa eye single from Chanel. This is part of the new eyeshadow singles that just came out, a new reformulation and new colors. However, Talpa has existed before, and I did buy this one again. I rarely ever buy the exact same color twice, but this is the previous version here, and there is definitely a difference in texture, formula, and also in the shade as well. The new eyeshadow singles from Chanel, the quality is outstanding. It's creamier, it's butterier, is butterier a word or more buttery? It's softer, it's more smooth. This is the old color and this is the new color here. The new shade is a twinge cooler. It's more of like a neutral cool taupe, whereas the previous version was a little bit more neutral warm. I think it's pretty, and again, the formula is just really outstanding, so I did not mind buying it a second time, but usually I don't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this BK Beauty brush, the 207. All the products that I'm using, the brushes, they're all listed in the description box down below. I'm just going to pack this on because this is going to be a very simple eye look, and in my opinion, a simple eye look needs a very simple brush. I think that this is technically a pencil brush from BK Beauty. I like to use it for a one and done. It's great for buffing. I'm talking here, I'm explaining, and it's just blending and applying so seamlessly. This is great for any one and done formula or texture. This one here, it's a satin, and it looks satiny, it looks luminous, but it's not gritty or grainy or glittery or chunky or anything like that. So it's quite lovely, and look at that. We have an eye look, it's done, it's finished. I did prime my eyelids off camera with the Hourglass eyeshadow primer this time. I'm a big fan of the Hourglass, the NARS, even the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow primer are all great. I just have very oily and hooded eyes, so in order for me to wear makeup, I have to prime beforehand. And this little BK Beauty brush is one of my favorites. I just go into the crease very softly just to help blend a little bit. And then I'll go on the bottom lashes just very softly here. Oops. Just to put a little bit of color on the bottom. I just took a little bit of black waterproof eyeliner in the top here, and now I'm going into a mascara. This is the Givenchy Interdit mascara. This is great. This is new on the market. I love it. It's incredibly lengthening and dramatic. It also offers a nice amount of volume. This is fantastic. 10 out of 10. I would definitely recommend this mascara here. Let's move on to the face. Now this is the new Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Multi-Use Bronze and Shaping Serum. So the bottle here has a pump. You can pump it like this, or you can twist it up and use the little wand applicator. So you can spread it out all over the face or do precision contouring. It's really up to you. Now I have the shade called Light Medium. In my opinion, I think if you're between two shades, if you can't decide, I would say go for the darker one, because this formula, the color is actually quite light. And I bought it online, and then I went into Sephora and I swatched the light medium, and I thought, you know what, I think it'll be fine. And it is fine. However, if I want to use this for actual sculpting or like contour, things like that, I think I should go with the medium shade. I kept the light medium because I like to use it just for like an overall global sort of soft blurring complexion product, but just keep that in mind. If you're in between, go for the darker one. I know that here it looks dark, but trust me, when you blend it out, it blends out really light and sheer, which is nice. I like that sort of your skin but better. So this is a very light coverage, natural finish. It's natural. It's not too luminous. It's not too matte. It's really just your skin but better. The formula is very liquid. Not quite jelly, and it doesn't run like water either. You just saw the pump, but it is very, very water-like. You're going to get a second skin finish, a second skin feel, and they do say on the website that you can use it for sculpting if you want to do bronzer with it, or like all over. So what I'm going to do is all over. Although what I do normally is I actually use the wand like this. I just take it and I apply it. And I could start off at first by going into like the typical contour regions and show you, but you'll see that it really blends quickly. I will use the BK Beauty round brush. It's the foundation brush. It's really nice. So yeah, like if I wanted to use this as bronzer, just like solely as liquid or jelly bronzer, I would need to go with a darker shade or something. It would be a very, very light liquid bronzer. Personally, I like a little bit more color, but it blends nice, you know? It blends nicely, I should say. There's no harsh lines. It just melts and it feels a little bit cooling. It just feels like water on your face. So that's what that looks like. I'm going to use a little bit more. I'm just going to place some, just a little bit everywhere, because this does sort of melt into the skin, which is what I wanted. I wanted something similar to the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops, you know? Something really light, really sheer, just looks really pretty. Great for summer. Maybe I want to look a whisper more bronzed, but very natural. So that's what this looks like here. What was that, like 2 pumps or 2 swatches here? It's very light. You're going to see breakouts and imperfections, but if you want literally your skin but better, second skin, this is nice. I like this for no makeup day, or even in the summer. Let me show you what the Drunk Elephant drops look like. I love these. I bought them last summer, I think. I think these ones are maybe a little bit warmer in color. Just in comparison, I think the Drunk Elephant is a little bit more luminous. Oh, interesting. It definitely looks more golden. I think Drunk Elephant, the finish is a little bit more luminous and radiant. And I suppose in comparison, we can see that the Makeup by Mario product looks much more neutral, cool toned. What I thought was weird is when I got it, you can sort of see that there's like a swirl of lightness here in the product. And when you look online, you don't really see that in the photo. So when you first get the product in person, you're like, what is that? It's fine. It's not broken or spoiled or anything. It's just that the product looks like this, because there is a sort of very light, natural, luminous finish, but it's more like the sun-kissed effect. It's not like a glittery disco ball or oily disco ball, just that healthy sun-kissed glow. So I'm going to use this for my complexion for the summer. And I'm going into my Guerlain Terracotta Concealer in the shade 2.5. I don't know if you saw, but I recently changed my profile picture here on YouTube and also on Instagram. I decided it's finally time to redo these photos, and so I had them done a few weeks ago. I just got them in and I think they look amazing. I love them. I just love the light. I love everything there. It was really fun. It was very easy to do. Like the shoot itself was very comfortable, and I think it shows in the photo. And I just got them, and when I was talking to Marie Soleil, she's the photographer. And when she first sent me the first draft of the photos that I picked, edited, I told her, I was like, could you edit these less? Because at first she had just blurred out too many creases. Like, you know, when you smile, there's just like creases here that are just there naturally. And she just had blurred them out. Like she had just like smoothed them out. And so I said, actually, could you remove that? Because when I go on social media, I like seeing texture. I like seeing real human faces and bodies. I am making a conscious effort not to follow people who overly edit everything that they present online, because that's not real life. I want to see facial hair. I want to see creases. I want to see wrinkles. I want to see imperfections. The one thing I did ask her to blur out was I had a big pimple on my chin, and I said, listen, I don't normally have a big breakout here, so could you just blur that out? The rest, like the smile lines, whatever, those are normally there. So keep them there. And so yeah, those are the new photos, and I think they look gorgeous. So this is the Makeup by Mario. I think that this is lovely. It's a little bit different than what I was expecting, because I think I was expecting the Drunk Elephant drops. I just realized I wiped them off, but you saw the swatch earlier. I think it's pretty. I think that this, I think it's more sheer than the Drunk Elephant drops. I think Drunk Elephant, I don't know if it's the tone, it's like warmer, more golden. And so maybe on my skin, it kind of looks warmer. It kind of looks a little bit more summery in a way. Whereas this, the Makeup by Mario, I think I could wear this all year round because it hits a bit more neutral, cool. So it does give me sun-kissed, but the light to medium on me doesn't quite give me that same level of warmth that the Drunk Elephant does. It could be that medium would be a little bit warmer or more golden. I don't know, but I'm very happy with this. I'm going to keep using it. I think I'm going to go ahead and do actual bronzer because you don't really see anything here. But before we go into bronzer, let's go into my new Dior Pink Lilac. So pretty. So excited. I was on the fence at first. Well, I love anything cool toned. I love cool toned makeup. And at first I saw this and I was like, well, do I really need this? Is it going to be too similar to the pink one here, which I have, which I love. I love these Backstage blushes here. So what I'll do is I'll do a swatch of both of these side by side. So this is the pink and then this is the pink lilac. On me, the lilac looks a little bit lighter and softer. Honestly, they do look similar. They don't look like they have a ton of difference, but there is a soft, subtle difference. And the thing about these Backstage blushes is that you really only see the magic once you apply it. But I'm gonna add a touch of bronzer first, and then I'll apply the blush on top. I'm gonna go into my gorgeous RMS Beauty bronzer in the shade Tan Lines. I'm using a Shiseido brush here. It's like a multi-purpose brush. You could use it for bronzer or blush here. There we go, just a whisper. Now, let's go into this beautiful blush. I did end up caving. At first, I really was like, well, I don't know if I really need this, but something about a lilac blush is so pretty, and this is a Refer 05. I just think it's so unique, which is why I was excited to give it a try. I'm really interested in unique or special makeup, not ones that are just copy and paste items, you know? Like all the Backstage blushes, this is buildable, it's soft, and there's something that in the product reacts with your skin pH. So you can do a swatch on the back of your hand, but it's really once you apply it on the cheek that you really see its prettiness. And I think this one here is more luminous. This one here has more glow to it than the pink one. I think you can sort of see it here, but on the cheek you can see it. It's subtle, but it's there. It's like a little bit more luminous here. I'm gonna add a bit more. Now with this blush, because it is buildable, I often do go from not quite enough to a little bit too much. So what I do is I take my face brush that I used earlier, and I'm just going to go underneath just softly like this, just to soften it out a little bit. It looks pink. It looks, I don't know if it looks lilac. I mean, remember the Chanel Lilac mascara? No merci. But I think that this looks like a pink lilac. It does look different on me than the regular pink blush. But I don't know. I mean, this has more radiance and it looks a little bit almost like milkier, just like a little bit softer than the regular pink. I'm still happy that I got it. I think maybe I should have not put bronzer on and just put the blush on just to see, but you can see here that this is just the blush. I know I just removed a little bit, but I want to add a little bit more. Oh, I think it's very pretty. I think it's very fresh. It is not like a striking lilac on me. It could just be my complexion. I don't know. I'm still happy I got it. I think it's pretty. I think I could do like a full lilac makeup look. I think that could be interesting, maybe next time. And then for the lip, I have one of the new Givenchy new lip glosses. This is the Prisme Glass High Shine Hydrating Oil Infused Lip Gloss, and I have the shade 05 Berry Beam. I saw this in store and I thought, oh, that looks so pretty. It looks sort of like rose gold lilac. I bought that with the blush in mind. I'm trying to just build up a swatch here. See, it's like sort of pink. It's called Berry Beam, but it's not quite a berry, like a deep berry color. It's very light. I thought it could just be nice with this whole look here. I kind of wish that this lip gloss was a little bit more opaque, because in the tube, it kind of looks like a milky rose gold berry. On my lips, it just looks like a pretty nude pink. It's a pretty color, but not quite as opaque. You know what I mean? So maybe next time I'll use like a lip liner underneath just to get a bit more of the color payoff. I like the finish a lot. I think the formula is nice, but I think that the color story or color payoff is a little bit disappointing. I'm still going to use it. It's just not exactly this here. You know what I mean? Also, I think this lip gloss has like a plumping effect. Not a lot. Like, it's not like the Dior maximizers that give you that minty tingling sensation, but there is a little something here. It's like 10 times less easily than the Dior maximizers, but there's just like a little something there. But yeah, I wish this was like a little bit closer to this here. Also, especially if you're someone who has like a very pronounced natural lip color, be mindful of the shades. I think it's going to be even less noticeable on you. So if you're buying it for a color in particular, you may want to layer a lip liner or lipstick underneath. Now, to finish off with a new fragrance, I have samples of the new Chanel Comet perfume. So this perfume for me, I like it, I don't love it. When it comes to like the super niche fragrances, they're not like my jam in particular. This one here is very powdery. Think like number 19, but a little bit sweeter and more, I was gonna say apricot, no, almond, like almond paste dessert with like a soft baby powder and lots of florals like heliotrope and iris and maybe violet. So this is like a very easy to wear everyday perfume. I think for some people it's going to be like their absolute classic, but for me, I like it, but I don't love it. Honestly, I love Lancôme La Vie est Belle. Give me that perfume any day of the week. Anyway, this is all I have for you guys for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspiration, some ideas, and let me know what you think. What do you think of the new Makeup by Mario product? What do you think of the new Dior Pink Lilac? And what do you think of the new Armani lip gloss and the Chanel single eyeshadow? Now, if you've made it to the end of today's video, maybe leave a little purple emoji, any purple or lilac. Is there an actual lilac flower emoji? Maybe any flower emoji in honor of the lilac makeup. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.